And here's the video review for the Fansproject Causality 04 CA04 Stormbomb. He is a updated their take on Bombshell. He has the hurricane power as listed on his little chest. And he's pretty cool. I think I like Thundershred a little bit better. Although, like, like now that I've got him in hand, he's growing on me. Like, I'm really kind of glad I picked him. I'm definitely glad I picked him up. But yeah, he's kind of growing on me hand. One of the things that kind of bugged me about the Insecticons is, and I'll just get this right off the bat, is that it almost feels like Fansproject's kind of losing it with these. I mean, like, not horrible, but I mean, like, there's just some little issues that irk me a little bit. Like, all the previous ones have been very good about, like, connectivity and storing things, and, like, there's really no place to, at least I haven't found any place to store his chain. Maybe you could stick it inside his legs, I don't know, but, like, I haven't found a good place to store his chain in alt mode. And every like, they even went to out of their way to make that handle for the whirlwind on Thundershred plug in between his legs in insect mode, but as of yet, there's nothing in the instructions. I have not found if there's any place to store this chain in vehicle mode. And like, these are supposed to be like his front legs, but these little excuse me, had to cough up some beef jerky. These little scythe weapons are supposed to be his front legs, and they really they slide in, and they stay in. I mean, they're not going to, like, shake loose, but his legs, they're not really anything to write home about. One, they don't come up in a way and sit in a way that really works well with the back legs. You can see they're way up in the off of the air. And if you rotate these down so where they are kind of touching as legs like the back legs don't touch. So, and there's no way to get the back legs down further than that, which is a little disappointing. And again, it's not horrible. Just it's a nitpick. Some people might mind it, some people won't. And like I said, the overall bug design is cool. That's just a minor issue for me. He comes in the standard, what is becoming the standard Causality type packaging, with the grid and the window and all that stuff, packaged in robot mode. And he comes with a standard instruction booklet, a little card in which it's a Skycrow diary entry talking about him and how he's going to give them the elemental forces and all the Insecticons he's training, and he will have his revenge on the traitor Stardust. So now we have two names, Skycrow, which, if you remember from Thundershred's bio card, Skycrow trains them all in the ways of the ninja, gives them elemental powers, and then they turn on him and kill him because they are secretly working for their master, which I'm assuming is the Stardust person that Skycrow mentioned. So Skycrow and Stardust, are these names that are going to be coming out in the Causality line that are more homages to old G1 characters? Are these completely new? Is this a way of crossing over into the new, some brand new Fansproject characters? I don't know. But the basic bio there. There is also a little ancillary instruction manual that just gives you a couple tips on the easiest way to transform him back to robot mode, just to transform the legs back to robot mode from insect mode. And that's kind of nice, because it is a little tricky the first time you do it, and this really helps a lot showing off that, and you'll see that in a minute. He comes with this little chain, which will show off again in robot mode. He also comes with a little baggie with a complete set of extra parts for Thundershred's weapon. A lot of people were having issues, and these are hard to get in to the gauntlets on him, these little pegs. Some people broke theirs, too much pressure, so they sent a new set. Now, this is actually the set that came with Thundershred. I went ahead and stuck the new pieces on my Thundershred just to see if they modified them in any way to fit easier, and they didn't. I mean, like, they're still just as hard to get in place, especially on these gauntlets. These pieces on the pinwheel weapon here went in just fine, but the gauntlets are still just as hard to initially... Once you do it a couple of times, they loosen up, but they're still just as hard to initially get in. But, I can't tell if you can tell this, but the plastic seems to be molded... It's a slightly darker plastic. These are more of a shiny silver, and these are more of like a steel gray. It's not a huge difference, but there is a different shade of plastic. Maybe that's just from the run Or maybe they remixed the plastic mold to make it. Maybe they did something to make this plastic stronger. I don't know. But either way, if you break it, I mean, like these are all pretty much interchangeable. The blades are all exactly the same, and the pinwheel parts are exactly the same. Plus, you get a second one of these because mine broke on my original Thundershred. The little peg came off. So, so it's nice to have those replacement parts in case you do break something. Obviously, the best case is just be careful with it, but it is nice that at no extra cost, if you buy the second one, if you got Stormbomb, they did include an extra set of parts in case you have any issues with your original. So anyway, on to Stormbomb himself. He's a stag beetle. Like I said, you pretty much already saw the posability. The legs have some movement here at this leg bit. They're on a ball joint here, but the way the ball joint attaches, there's not a whole lot of... You can kind of rotate them up sideways, and that's mostly for transformation and move them around. Not a whole lot of room to wiggle around in beetle mode. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway. And to transform into robot mode, you just want to come and pull this back off his head. And pull this down along... Well, you don't want to pull that down along his back yet. The arms unpeg from up here. And this is kind of tricky. The shoulder bits are a little flimsy, and it's kind of a shame. Because this piece, as you can see, it just kind of clips over. And like I said, these pop off. They're designed to. They're as weapons, but they don't really stay in these grooves very well. And this piece just kind of clips over the shoulder onto a couple little nubs. This one seems to be okay. This one, the other shoulder's a little loose on mine. So that could just be a quality assurance issue. But anyway, you bring them around, take this up, rotate this around like this, and fold that up like that. And it'll eventually will snap over that and get it all together. But it sits up here like this. And do the same on this side. Bring the arm up. Go ahead and take those sickles off. They're a pain to deal with during transformation. Bring this up. Flip this up. Rotate the piece around, and then fold it down as the shoulder guard, just like that. And there's his arms. Now you can fold this down, kind of down and up onto his back like this. You can position it however you want. The legs, again, if you saw the instruction manual, they say to go ahead and split the legs, open up the feet, and then push up on that black piece while you pull it down. And that really does make it a lot easier to get the legs going. So you open it up, and then you basically push there while you pull down on the purple part, and it real smooth. It really helps. And then the legs themselves, the insect legs, fold up, collapse, and then this one pegs right in here. This one folds up just like this, and it does not seem to peg in. It's just got a little. It doesn't have a peg hole. It's just got a little groove, but there's a little notch there too. It just kind of sits in like that. And I think that's kind of cool. I love the way the insect legs fold up along the outside of the robot mode legs. So just fold it up. Yeah, I guess there's neither one of these early peg holes. They just kind of have a place to rest there. So open them up, and then and once you've done that, come on, you can put these sickles back in as shoulder weapons. And there is a little groove on the weapon that corresponds to a groove inside that's kind of hard to see. But there is a little, you can see there's a little groove on the weapon there, about halfway up the handle, and there is a little groove inside these things that corresponds to them. So once you get that on. And there he is in robot mode. Oh wait, there's one last thing. You got to pull the waist armor down. It folds. Front piece just pulls down, just like that. And then the side pieces come down and then reattach right, just kind of sit right here. Bring those waist panels down. And there he is in robot mode. There's Stormbomb. Now he does, like I said earlier, he does have the chain. And you can leave that in robot mode attached. You can plug it over the end of the scythes. Some of the pictures show it, him just walking around with the chain kind of draped off his back like that. And then you can take the scythes down. He can hold them in his hand. There you go. So you can have some chained weapons here, which is kind of nice. Scythe or sickle, I guess. Come on, go in. There we go. And I like the chain. I think the chain's cool. Like I said, I just wish there was some place to store it in alt mode. Like that. And then also you can pull this piece back here is actually 2 individual weapons. You can have him hold it as one kind of trident piece. You can split it into 2 hands, and again, the same way, you can take the sickles off, and you can have him hold this piece split in half across the chain if you want. Or you could just have, you could do that, or if you want, you could just kind of have this as one solid piece in his hand, and just kind of loop this over and have it like a weight on the other end. And you can actually kind of wrap this around his hand and have him hold it. Yeah, well, it is possible. I'm not going to worry about fiddling with it right now. So you've got a bunch of options when it comes to arming him, which is really nice. So yes, aside from some minor insect mode nitpicks, I love his robot mode. And I think that's kind of how I'm falling on a lot of these, at least so far, the Insecticons. I'm really digging the robot modes, and I'm not sure how I feel about the insect mode. Well, I mean, I know how I feel about them. They're not bad, but I mean, like, the insect modes are not my favorite mode of the characters. So there. Let's go ahead and put the chain on just to have it. Come on, chain, go around. Oh, well, whatever. Plug it in. Watch Tucker and Dale vs. Evil if you get a chance. It's now on demand. I know that's kind of a random out of nowhere. I've been thinking about it all day. But it's a good movie. And I've been part of helping it get around over the past year. So please, by all means, check it out. It's really funny. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. It's on demand right now. It'll be in limited theater release in September 30th. Okay, anyway. Woo! That was my plug for the day. But there he is in robot mode. Here he is with his compatriot Thundershred. Backfirey should be out soon, and we'll have the whole team together, and maybe the rest of the story of Stormcrow and Stardust, and maybe we'll have some reveals of who they are. But yeah, you can get them at TFsource. That's where I got all mine, and they actually have some combo pricing on if you buy 1 or 2 together. They may even have a combo pack where you can get all 3 together at a discount price. And if you're willing to wait a few weeks for Backfirey to come in, that might be worth doing, because you can have them hold it and ship them all together. But I love the head sculpts on these guys. They're great. And like I said, they're really growing on me. I really like Thundershred. Like I said, I'm not real big on his insect mode, but I freaking love his robot mode. He's just a short little chunky dude, and he's just as cool. I wasn't sure about him. I wish these sickles held in place a little better. I wish these sickles or size, or whatever you want to call them, these pieces held in place a little better. But, or at least made better legs in insect mode. But the figure itself in robot mode is really nice looking. I love the chain. So you can kind of fold this up behind his head. There you go, you can fold that up if he's not using it. But yeah, just really cool. I'm looking forward to Backfirey now, so I can have the whole set of 3. But there he is, Fansproject Causality 04 Stormbomb. Hold your weapon. There we go. Dun dun dun.